First, we had this Jody Wilson-Raybould. Then we had Jane Philpott. Then we had Selena or Caesar Chevan in Whitby. All these liberals who are supposed to be loyal to their Mackdaddy, Justin the Tacky and Mackdaddy Trudeau. All these hoes, man hoes, woman hoes in the Liberal caucus. All of them. They're supposed to be loyal. And they're all turning against Justin the Tacky and Mackdaddy Trudeau. All of them. And now we have Andrew Leslie, who is ready to testify against the Mackdaddy's government in support of the former second most powerful person in the Canadian military, Mark Norman, who is alleged to have divulged secrets about the government in regards to deals that were being made between the government and shipping companies. Back when Stephen Harper was Prime Minister, he had made a deal to build a new ship for the Canadian military, for the Canadian Navy. He asked one Quebec company to do it, Davies. Other companies said, we'd rather do it. That's just business. He says Davies is going to do it. There's going to be no competition. We want Davies to do it. Why? I don't know. I don't care. That's just their decision. And that's their right to make that decision. The Mackdaddy comes in, and he says he's going to cancel or suspend that deal between Davies and the government. Mark Norman is accused of leaking that information to the press, CBC and all these other people. They report on it. Quebec gets very, very angry at the fact that the Tacky and Mackdaddy Trudeau is macking them by saying he's Quebec this, Quebec that, Quebec is better than Alberta, Quebec is better than everybody else. All the Alberta politicians, they're a bunch of redneck, they're a bunch of white trash. Quebec is the best. But he's macking even Quebec too. He macks everybody. He macks everybody. That's why he's called the Mackdaddy. And they say, hey, what are you doing here? We were promised this deal. Davies, we were promised the jobs. Not Irving, not anybody else. We were. So then they all get angry, and then the Mackdaddy says, okay, I will put back the deal. The deal will be back. I'll put back the deal. But I'm going to investigate who leaked this. Now, the question is not, did Mark Norman leak this or not? That's not the question. Personally, I think even if he did leak it, he shouldn't be in any problems. I support anybody who wants to divulge information about my government, our government. This is our government. They seem to forget, this is our government. We are the bosses. Unless the secrets are not going to risk a public danger if they are divulged. I want to know everything about what's going on. I want to know everything. So I support people like Mark Norman if he's guilty. I support people like Mark Norman. I support people like Julian Assange. I support people like Chelsea Manning. I support all of them. All of them. I want to know everything about what's going on. Unless it's not going to hurt public safety, I want to know everything. But even so, even if he is guilty, he's not the only person who should be arrested. He's being arrested for breach of trust. The Mackdaddy has lost my trust. He's lost a number of people's trust. He's lost the trust of many people in his own caucus. He should be arrested for breach of trust as well. They put him in the same jail cell with Mark Norman if you arrest him. That's what I'm calling for. But that's not even the question. The question is, Patriots, if the Mackdaddy's own caucus is turning against him, why should we trust him? I mean, look. The Liberal caucus, these are his people. These are his people. These are the people who are supposed to be the most loyal. Liberals. Fellow Liberals. The Mackdaddy is the head of the Liberals. He's the leader. And you've got Liberal MP after Liberal MP after Liberal MP turning against him. I mean, you've got one MP, Andrew Leslie, who is willing to support an accused criminal over his own leader. That's like saying, look, I'm working for my boss. I'm willing to support a criminal over my own boss. Who does that? That means to tell me that something is wrong with this Mackdaddy. Something is wrong. People don't seem to like him. People, look, even if these things are true or not, what is it that causes liberal after liberal, his own people, to turn against him? It's not like it's conservatives or anything. Okay, if it was conservatives, that's a different story, because conservatives, that's their job to hate the Mackdaddy. These are his own people. They have everything to lose. Jody has everything to lose. Jane has everything to lose. Selena has everything to lose. Andrew has everything to lose. 4 liberals who are turning against their leader. And they have everything to lose, nothing to gain. Why are they doing that? That means that there is something about this Mackdaddy, Justin the tacky-headed Mackdaddy, son of Satan, quasi-Zionist Trudeau, to make people just not like him, not respect him. Is that the kind of leader we want? Somebody who's not respected by his own people? He's not even respected by any country. I mean, Canada's lost all respect all over the world. Look at the Philippines. They don't, I mean, third world Philippines. Out there in Asia, they don't respect Canada. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? I mean, this country out there, a bunch of islands, third world. I mean, they've got a great leader. We spoke about it yesterday on Freedom Report. But this country out there, which couldn't hold a candlestick to the economy of Canada, at least for now, they probably will overtake us in a few years. I mean, they've got a great leader who's doing a lot of great things for his economy. He's protecting his economy. He's protecting his people. They may overtake us. They may, who knows? Jamaica may overtake us one day. I'm telling you, if the situation goes the way it is, Jamaica will probably overtake us. Nicaragua may overtake us. South Africa may Kenya may overtake us. Somalia may overtake us. Who knows? But I mean, this country doesn't respect Canada. So I'm asking Canadians, be honest with yourself. Is this the kind of leader you want? Why should we vote for someone? Why should we put our trust in someone when his own subordinates are turning against him, disrespecting him, defying him? I mean, this is supposed to be the Mackdaddy. Look at this. A Mackdaddy is in control of all the prostitutes, of all the hoes, of all the streetwalkers. He's the head man. And the streetwalkers are turning against him. They're defying him. They're not listening to him. I mean, someone like that doesn't get respect on the streets. If a Mackdaddy or a pimp is disrespected by his own subordinates, he loses all respect on the streets. He loses respect. And if he goes to jail, you know what happens? I mean, he gets abused sexually. I mean, he gets thrown all over the place. So, we have a chump running our country. Do we want a chump? Or do we want a leader who can demand respect and get it, and who people will follow him, and people will respect him? I mean, it's bad enough, really, that other countries don't respect Justin the tacky and Mackdaddy Trudeau, and us, really, because we elected him. But it's really low when your own cabinet and your own caucus is not respecting you. I mean, when he's in the House of Commons, they don't even clap when he speaks. They don't even clap. You see Andrew Scheer when he's speaking, sing, they're all clapping when he's done speaking. You watch Question Period. When the Mackdaddy gets up and replies to a question or something in Question Period, when he's done, the caucus, they don't clap. He just sits down, it's silent. Nobody claps for him. They're all jeering at him. Everybody's whatever. Every time he goes to a rally, people are booing him. People are protesting him and heckling him. And these aren't even conservatives or right-wingers doing this, you know. These are former leftists, environmentalists, all this sort of. They don't respect the man anymore. So, in conclusion, I ask you, Canadians, really, if you can't bring yourself to go to the right, then I really advise you to go somewhere other than Trudeau. I mean, don't allow yourself to support someone when he's got 4 people in his caucus who have deliberately, vehemently, and defiantly turned against him publicly. And it's like, you've got Andrew Leslie now, who is a Liberal MP, a respected one too, who is actually going to court to testify against his government. So he's willing to help expose his government as a liar, his own boss. He's willing to do that. This guy has everything to lose, patriots. He has everything to lose. He can lose his job, he can lose his positions, everything. And he's actually going to court to testify against his boss, the Mackdaddy. He's going to say, this Mackdaddy is a liar. Do what you have to do to him. Defiance! In front of everybody! The media is reporting it. And he's going to testify in favor of somebody who's being accused of crimes. So on top of that, I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine that? So if someone like him and the rest of the Liberal caucus cannot respect Justin Trudeau and Mackdaddy Trudeau, and what about that other one, what's her name, Leona, who was a Liberal, she went to the Conservatives. If all these Liberals can't respect the Mackdaddy, then really we shouldn't be expected to respect him either. If they don't have confidence in him, if they're going to turn against him, spit in his face, throw dirt and mud in his eyes, then we shouldn't have to vote for someone like that. I mean, when a boss interviews you, what's one of the things they ask for? References. They go to your former employees. They go to your former people. What's one thing they like to ask? What do you think your former colleagues would say about you? And if you say to them that they would say that they don't like me, I'm no good, this and that, whatever, they won't hire you. It's all about what other people who know you think about you. And the people who know the Mackdaddy the best are dismissing him. They're defying him. So they don't have confidence in him. We shouldn't either. We shouldn't vote for Justin Trudeau and Mackdaddy Trudeau. This is the Nation.